Hello, and welcome to another episode of Otaku Rated Reviews. Today, I'm here with my buddies Sue and Justin.
What's up?
This is Andrew, and today we're going to be talking about the Saga of Tanya the Evil. So, does anyone want to kind of give a summary?
I'll try.
Okay.
So there's this dude. He's he's an office worker, and he's kind of a jerk and an asshole. And then because of that, he ends up dying and gets reincarnated as a little girl. And then this little girl grows up in a time where there's like an era of like World War II. It's not like Germany and stuff like that.
World War One.
World War One?
It was
World War One. Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's
Okay.
Close enough.
One.
Close enough.
And so she joins the military, and she wants to, from what I get, she wants to live an easy, laid back life.
Mm-hmm.
But the more she's involved, the more she ends up being on the front line. And yeah, that's all I can summarize about it.
Well, I think she wants to be less involved, and she's trying.
That's what I'm saying. She's trying to live an easy life, but the more because she can't.
It's actually the closer she becomes to her goal. She comes to her goal, the more.
Well, the thing is, she has to listen. She doesn't have to listen to. Or she has to listen to her superiors. It's the reason why she's involved is because there's people in charge and they want her opinion, so that's how she's more involved.
Well, actually, she succeeded at several points to live that free life. She got that desk job, but being X, the godlike being that challenged her, sent messages to these superior officers to say, hey, this is the person you need to get advice from, or like send her into combat. So it's actually being X that was forcing her back into the front lines, even though she had got her desk job multiple times. So it's actually the less she became involved, the more being X pushed on her to go back into it.
Okay.
It's true. She does have to listen to her superiors,
but
it was that her superiors had let her go.
That just reminded me of like, there's a scene where one of the commanders was looking at some papers, and then
it was actually by God's will.
Yeah, by God's will.
Mm-hmm.
So being X was actually telling that guy, hey, use her, and he's like, oh, okay,
yeah. And she's great. She's dude, she's got really good input, but that's from the others.
Well, I mean, the main character is pretty, like, I guess a hard worker, and like if he puts his mind to it, he'll work hard. He is, above average in terms of like being smart, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess my only to me, I kind of had a lot of problems with the series because I couldn't really tell the direction it was taking. Because there's like some funny parts, but it's not really a comedy.
Yeah.
And then,
And
then like the direction of the story is basically this dude just being stubborn about being put in this position.
True.
Fighting against it when he wants an easy life. So I felt like his character was a contradiction.
I
didn't really like his character, the main character Tanya. And then what else? Yeah, because like he was supposed to be like this hard worker or like rule follower or something in his previous life.
Yeah.
But then like, if he originally, just kind of like followed if he just didn't challenge that person when he reincarnated, he could have theoretically just went and had like an easy life, like got isekai'd into some easygoing life.
Yeah.
Like many other isekais are out there. Like, but then he just like, I understand that, you don't have to really like believe in like a higher being or something.
Yep.
But then like, it's kind of weird where like, I mean, I guess you can believe if you see like a real person, you can relate to it because you're like, I'm a person too. So if it's a higher authority person, you're like, okay, sure, I'll follow your order.
Funny thing that I think now is that like if he was a more laid back person, he probably would have done that. but because he's somebody who works only for himself, and you could clearly see that from the beginning.
He was like that.
He's really selfish in his ways, and he doesn't really like think about others. And then when he has that conversation with being X, it was like I kind of wanted my way.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
He's definitely very selfish. But like the thing is, if you're at the very bottom, then you have too many people above you that can control you. They have too much power. And then if you're at the very top, then you have to make decisions, right? To help those below you. So he was in a position in which he had enough power where he wasn't a dog, but then he wasn't too high where he had to make decisions. But piggybacking on what you're saying, that you didn't see a direction. That's the thing, right? It almost feels like there's no direction. They're kind of just following the events of pretty much World War One. We know what happens. Germany loses both wars.
Yep.
So it's just like, is like Tanya gonna die? Like Tanya's so strong that there's no way that being X is gonna like stop forcing the war on him or on her. So personally, I feel the ultimate direction has to be Tanya has to accept,
I feel like there's just gonna be a mutual understanding
probably, but like
X and Tanya, and it's just gonna end like that, because I don't think there's anything. I think it would be too crazy if some crazy climactic battle happened where he sends like another isekai character that's as OP as Tanya against her or something.
Well, the thing is that
there's no necessity for that, because we saw the movie, so we know.
Well, okay, I haven't seen the movie, but in the anime, it's funny how technically they kind of do that, because they give individuals powers almost on equal level to Tanya, but then like the last person was the father.
Yeah.
And he just went, but the funny thing is like being X told him to go kill her, and he ended up like self-destructing.
Okay, so one thing is, I'm pretty like, if we go back to the very beginning, right?
Yep.
Tanya had a lot of power to begin with, and I think truth be told, being X is not trying to kill Tanya.
Yeah.
Being X wants to convince Tanya to believe in him.
Yeah.
And like, it was too easy. So he's like, okay, I really need to force Tanya.
So he sent her.
So that's why he sent that dude with some power, because like, clearly the war is not enough to stop her. Making her work harder is not to stop her. So I really need to put her in a death situation.
Yep.
And things are just gonna get crazier and crazier until it forces Tanya to like, fuck, to pray, to truthfully pray from Tanya's heart. To which I think that would be like the ultimate.
I feel like that's not gonna happen.
It's probably not gonna happen. But I think it needs to happen to a kid. Like the death situation needs to happen to a character that is not Tanya herself. It needs to happen to Tanya's lieutenant.
Yeah,
that's what I think. And because like, Tanya's been with this character for a long time. And I wouldn't like it if Tanya just, got into a death situation and just submitted. I think that would show weakness, like cowardice in her stubbornness.
Yeah. I was like, for her, it was kind of like, he was stubborn at first, got himself into the situation, regretted kind of, and then was like, all right, I'm going to go all out for it. Yeah. And then it's kind of like, all right, if you're going to go all out, you got to go all out. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise... Yeah, keep the show entertaining, keep the show going, kind of like that. Because it's true, if none of this happened, it wouldn't be as interesting. It would just be a generic, slow, boring isekai series.
It's still season 1, so like I hope
a lot of development could happen.
Yeah, I hope that he has or she has character development.
By the way, I don't mind the spoilers because I'll probably watch it anyways. And season 2 is coming out, so
yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm actually curious about the movie. What happened in there?
She basically, I can't remember exactly what happens in there, but she fights.
Are we going to talk about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. She fights the dude's daughter. Her name's Mary Sue.
Oh, yeah.
And Mary Sue is
literally the meaning of Mary Sue. Yeah.
So Mary Sue is like the main character of that universe in which Tanya is in.
What?
Yeah, Mary Sue.
Tanya, so it's pretty OP, but in the end, Tanya still basically wins.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, her name's Mary Sue and she is an OP, but like, I feel like nothing can match up to Tanya. Like you need someone that literally is Tanya themselves to match up against Tanya. Because Mary Sue is like good. Tanya is evil. You need someone evil to match up to Tanya.
I was gonna say Mary has a heart.
Like that, yeah. So I mean,
but Mary is like pretty like, dude. She's like full on revenge mode.
Yeah.
When she fights
that's true.
Tanya and dude.
No, well, you haven't seen it. So
well, I mean,
you saw,
clearly at the end of season 1, because they do show her at the end. Like, almost cried, dude, because she cried. That was actually a really good moment for me. I was like, damn, this girl's dad died. She wants revenge, and she's tearing up, saying her pledge to the. Oh my god, dude, it was so good. That was a good moment for me.
But that, you know, the fight between Mary Sue and Tanya, I don't think it's as good as the fight between Tanya and the father. I think that fight was like way cooler.
That was actually really good.
A cool fight.
Yeah.
The animation, like, and Tanya, like, when they get into the action scenes is actually pretty good.
I like it a lot. And
dude, it's by like
Studio Nut.
I've never even heard of them.
They've only done 2 other series, Decadence and something else. What was the other one they did?
I don't know.
It's interesting too because I noticed basically at that fight, they had really similar sound design to Rimuru Tempest.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them do though.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of animes share like sound.
Okay, because these sound like exactly the same. Mm-hmm. So it was like, I don't know. I've yet to watch another anime that has really similar sound design.
Yeah.
Because the explosions sounded the same. And because you know how they have like really big explosions, but it sounds really muffled at the same time. I don't know how to describe it, but they have the same thing in Tanya as they do as Slime, Tempest Slime. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It could be same design team, but.
Yeah, but I was like, surprisingly, for a studio that doesn't really do that much anime, because they've been out for a while now. They've only done like 3 different series. I forget. Really? Yeah, like I said, I named 2 of them, Decadence and Tanya.
Yeah.
There's one more series they did, but they don't really do much. Like, they don't do an anime every season or every other season even.
Yeah, but it's so weird that they got to pick up like Tanya, and like honestly, the production on Tanya is pretty good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. The animation I think was well done.
No, but okay, I swear this anime was made for Aoyuki, dude. Like the character.
Aoyuki is pretty good in her role because she gets to act in a real different way.
Oh yeah.
Especially in this one.
She kind of gets to go. She kind of gets to go crazy in this role, kind of like that.
Yeah.
I seriously can't imagine anyone else that could voice Tanya. Like once you hear Aoyuki, it's just there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Who does Lieutenant's voice again?
Oh, sorry, Jaime.
Yes. Oh my god, dude! I was so excited when I heard that.
She's so bubbly, dude.
Oh yeah, her character was made to get bullied. But I looked up the other one. They did the new Footy Goody. That's what they did. Which wasn't that good.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I mean, actually, like the best anime they probably made out of 3 is Tanya. Okay. Decadence is okay, but Tanya is more popular than that.
Yeah.
I'm getting a season 2, man.
Yep, it's got a movie in a season 2, so that proves how popular it is. I mean, I think it's kind of weird, but like, any isekais that make it to the
second round.
No, any isekais that get into that universe is like popular. That means you've made it. And that universe I'm talking about is Isekai Quartet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only one I could think about. But then Quartet, it's got Overlord.
It shouldn't even be called Quartet anymore.
They got more now?
There's more than 4. Yeah.
Now there's more than 4.
What?
Yeah.
Season 2 had Tate no Yusha, Shield Hero, and it had Kasha's Hero.
I like Kasha's Hero.
Kasha's Hero too. Yep. Oh my god.
Wait. Oh,
and season 3, they announced season 3 as well. So I'm just like, who are they gonna? They're probably gonna add more characters now.
Wait, Kasha's Hero is
Restarte.
Yeah. And, but that's a isekai.
Yeah, it's an isekai.
Yeah, he didn't go from Earth to a different world, but he went from his own world to the other world, lost, and then went to another world, and then at the end of the season, they're going to the world they just lost to.
Yeah.
So that is an isekai.
Wait, they gotta bring season 2 then. They have to.
No, season 3. It's getting season 3.
3?
Oh, you're talking about
Kasha's Hero.
Kasha's Hero.
Yeah.
Dude,
that is getting season 2. I think.
Is it?
Is it? Oh, I don't remember.
We'll have to look it up.
But I'm pretty sure that's gonna get a season 2 now. And I also think, what else? I named Shield Hero. We already know it's getting 3 seasons. ReZero, I think they're probably going to make more. Yeah. Tanya, yeah, we know it's getting season 2. What else is there? Konosuba's had 2 seasons.
Overlord's getting season 4.
Overlord's getting season 4. Like I said, a bunch of these. Yeah. If you made it to this Isekai cinematic universe, it's like, oh man, you made it. Like you're part of the crew.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you guys think of Tanya overall?
Overall, I had a lot of problems with it, but it's still enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
Like obviously I like the seiyus. The animation was good. And it wasn't really poor in like sound design or anything like that either. Yeah. It was just, and the movie stepped it up pretty much like, movie budget, like normal.
For me, like Saga of Tanya the Evil hits almost, it pretty much hits all the notes that take my interest, right? It's got a crazy female character. I freaking love it. And has one of my favorite voice actresses as the main lead. And she fits perfectly with it. It tackles military, somewhat tackles it.
Oh, yeah.
And I love military. And I just love it when there's like military uniforms and just the lingo. It just sounds really cool.
Yeah, I love a woman in uniform.
Yes. And then it has all right music, but the ending theme that was sung by Aoyuki, damn, I love that song. It's too good.
I actually like the insert song better. The most out of the 3. It's a softer ballad, but I'm more of a ballad person anyways.
Yeah, you are. You like the slower, softer songs.
Yeah,
so.
I do too.
That love making.
Whoa, I don't know about that, but sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Not that far, but I do love me a good ballad.
All right. Any other final thoughts about this? Animation, sound.
Sound design, we
already talked about both of those.
It's sound design and direction that I really loved about. Okay. Yeah, there wasn't a single time in there where it was like this song didn't fit here. For me, it did because it was like song played perfectly. Sound design team, like I said, I love Rimuru Slime. So sound design there for explosions and action was really well done. It was just really good.
All right, so I was going to... Honestly, I enjoyed the movie more than the series.
Ooh, okay.
Because I just felt like, with a higher budget, it was just more enjoyable to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because, I don't know, it was just like one contained story that led off of the end of season 1. Mm-hmm. And season 1 was just kind of, a bunch of different not mixed stories, but just a bunch of different arcs.
Yeah.
I don't know, for the movie, it was just like, okay, this was the most, like, hype. Like, it hyped me up for season 2, which... season 1 at the end of season 1 it hyped me for the movie.
Yep.
But then I was like, I didn't really like anything up until the final part of season 1. So I would have gave season 1 like a 2 out of 5, but then the movie made me like it a little bit more, so now it's like a 3 out of 5.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It's barely a 3 out of 5 for me. I almost want to give it a 2 out of 5.
Oh, damn. Yep. Thank God for solid numbers. For me, I already told you, it hit pretty much all the notes I like. Subjectively, objectively, probably a 4 out of 5. With the unclarity of the direction, because like I don't know if Tanya's actually gonna ever have that growth, and it kind of feels like Tanya's not gonna have it, so that's why it's a 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll see. It could, my opinion could keep going up. But if we get season 2 is good. If it keeps going, it gets an ending. I like the ending. It could jump up to a 4 or 5.
True, yeah. But the 4 out of 5 is just purely fun. That's it. It's just fun.
That's basically what my ratings have been about. If I have fun with it or not. For me, it is also a 4. I just can't see it being a 5. Like, I don't know. Story's fun. There's like low-key comedy parts. I like the sound, music. I don't know. It's just really enjoyable for me. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can tell, I had very mixed bag. Yeah, it wasn't as enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
I almost want to give it a 2, but it's not. Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah. So, I mean, That it for us?
Looks like
it. All right. So, I mean, like I said, my opinion can change. Season 2's coming out. I thought it got better at the end of season 1 and better in the movie. You know, it could
hit that 4.
Scores could change.
True.
And, thanks for watching another episode of Otaku Rated Reviews. And we're going to sign out.